So in the previous video, I expressed a very extreme form of the hypothesis, which should die. You should kill this hypothesis. But in this video, I will talk about much more realistic form. And to be honest, I'm quite comfortable with this. I will talk about galaxies, only about galaxies in this video. So, okay. If we find that not the whole universe is homogeneous, isotropic, and uniform, but rather it is a property of vicinity of our place where our sun and our planet are drifting. If we find with this idea, if we find with the idea that the far we go from this vicinity, from this place, maybe the space out there is not that fine for the light to go through, not that fine for the matter to drift at this part of the space, then we could think about what is the form of this space outside. But wait. Before I proceed, maybe it would be more honest and more polite if I formulate the hypothesis first. Hypothesis is rather in the form of the question, what if each galaxy, or almost each galaxy we are seeing on the sky, is actually a, let's say, photo album or a set of selfies of the same single star? So, actually, I will talk about black holes, which are also in often in the middle of the galaxies in the next video. But let today focus only on the idea that the galaxy itself is just a set of the visible representation of the same star. So now back to the first sentences, what I did at the beginning of the video. So, if the space is not isotropic, homogeneous, and uniform on a big scale, and we have kind of rivers that photons are flying through, then it could be considered that another star, very distant star from us, having such a rivers, so it's an ocean, for the first, it's kind of ocean where these stars in the very middle of this ocean, and then this ocean on the sides is, let's say, a little bit diminished, and then you have kind of rivers coming in different directions. And those directions sometimes are coming to as connection to our star, to other stars, something very simplified like this, okay? Now, if those rivers are connections, then the question is how those rivers are organized. Are they straightforward? Or maybe they tangled, like I'm showing right now with the fingers? And consider that you have millions of those rivers. Maybe millions of millions, or maybe even more. When I'm saying millions of millions, I mean like limited count, or mathematicians would jump in and say, oh, what about unlimited? I like countable. And then those mathematicians which are interested in set theory, they could jump in and say, why exactly countable? Maybe it is more than countable. Maybe it is continuum of such rivers, but we are not discussing this right now. Let's consider that we have millions of rivers which are more or less tangled and going into our directions. How the star will look through this bunch of fiber glass coming to us. So basically, it might be seen like a spiral. So if it is tangled and then is incorporated in this part of the sky where we are looking at right now, we will see kind of spiral and say, wow, how many stars we are seeing. But in fact, we haven't just one star and many such a glass cables which are, how to say, transporting the photons to this part of the sky, which we are then registering with our eyes, telescopes, or sensors, and so on. So the idea is already expressed. So basically, I am talking about situation that galaxy could be actually a one star, which is then transposed or transformed into the many light spots. Thank you. Let's discuss this.